Good morning everybody, this is Stephen Pugh of the Home Bible College. It is November the 9th and we're looking at Jeremiah chapter 46. Now in this chapter of the prophecy of Jeremiah, he speaks the word of the Lord against the Gentile nations, and in particular Egypt and Babylon. It's interesting that Jeremiah specifies who are the kings of both sides. There's Pharaoh Necho of Egypt and there's Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon. He also gives the exact timing. It will be in the 4th year of Jehoiakim. And the Lord describes the order of battle, even to the point of describing the mercenaries of Ethiopia and Libya and Lydia. This was a battle of empires. The Ethiopians and the Libyans are the infantry with shields, and the Lydians are the archers. They are the men who bend the bow. And the Lord goes forth to war against the enemy nations, and there is no cure for their injuries. The Lord foretold that Nebuchadnezzar would sweep into Egypt and destroy it. Yet in all this destruction, Jacob is not to be afraid. They will return to the Holy Land, and none shall make them afraid. The Lord will discipline Israel, but not destroy them completely. In the next chapter, we have the word of the Lord concerning the Philistines. The Lord describes a huge invasion against the Philistines, which will completely overwhelm them. Lastly, the Lord speaks against Moab, the eastern nation. The Lord lists the cities that will be destroyed, and the fear and the astonishment of the people. They relied on wealth and cleverness, but these things won't save them. Moab will become soft and taking its ease, thinking that it will always be safe. The destruction of these nations is very fast, so that there is hardly time to escape. Moab always rejoiced at the troubles of Israel. Yet God will avenge them of this wickedness. The Lord describes the pride and arrogance and the high-mindedness of Moab. They thought they were clever. The Lord will break them like a vessel that is useless. Those that escape will be destroyed by fire from heaven. These prophecies describe momentous events in world history, and they are all in focus because of the relation of these nations to Israel. God is the God of Israel, but he expects nations to be kind and helpful to his people. And if they are not, then they will be destroyed. It's quite sobering when we think about the way in which the Lord deals with whole nations like this. Quite amazing. It's very interesting that the prophets, Jeremiah in particular, knows about all these events beforehand. That it's amazing. It's like as if Jeremiah is tomorrow's news. He's a prophet of the Lord. Now my password is a little verse. It's verse 17. And it's a little phrase, but it's a phrase that could cause us all to be very sober and cause us all to think again. It says this: Pharaoh, king of Egypt, is but a noise. He hath passed the time appointed. You see, there was a time when Egypt held world power. It was one of the first great civilizations. Not the first, but it was one of the first great civilizations. But there came a time when they had passed their best. They had passed the time in which they had been appointed of the Lord. And the Lord was going to bring in the eastern empire of Babylon, and it was going to sweep right through Egypt, and it was going to completely destroy them. And it was going to be overtaken. Even those nations like the Libyans and the Lydians and the Ethiopians who came to the support of Egypt will also be totally destroyed. And so in the world today, Egypt is a power, but it's not an empire like it was. And the fact that this Egyptian empire came to an end and all the cities were depopulated is a fact of history that is inescapable. So there you are. There's my password for today. Look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.